so, I think across the board, all of our chronic illness is coming back to cellular metabolism. And on a basic level, this is also like why you have weight issues or why you have blood sugar issues, like if you get irritable or cranky and those kinds of things. So you could be more attuned to those symptoms, the constantly hungry and low blood sugar symptoms, but you probably also have the fatigue and those things too. But they come hand in hand because we have in our in industrial food system and really since the agricultural food system, we have been eating more and more carbohydrates without the practice of really like fasting or taking breaks from this. It can be even seasonally. Like it makes sense to a lot of people that in the summertime and springtime, there's more harvest, there's more fruits available. So it's likely there's going to be higher sugar or glucose input into our body, so higher carbohydrates. That's not typical for most places in the world constantly. But since, we have access to a lot of these foods every day of the year, we are getting a surplus of these carbohydrates all of the time. What this does to our cells is we get garbage that just builds up in our cells, and this tires us. It also kind of eventually can break us. Like a lot of our biochemical processes can't work as well when we have all this clutter. As well as there's the hormonal resistance that happens from this when we have too much of a hormone, specifically insulin. Insulin is the hormone that brings the glucose into the cell. For any hormone, if we have too much of it, the cell is going to become resistant to that. So the cell, it wants to take in the glucose because it's dangerous to have all that glucose in the bloodstream, but it won't quite take it in. And then I will say also that I think a big reason why people today have fatigue and metabolic issues is because of our gut bacteria and the microbiome, the types of bacteria that are in our gut. Those educate our nervous system, our immune system, and help us with properly breaking down the food that we're eating and absorbing it into our body to be used.